Hey everybody, just want to do a quick video for the weekend. I'm going to be really busy this weekend, but I did want to get one in at least. But first I want to show you a couple of dry paintings. This one was video 7 and it dried really pretty. The gold is absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to be able to clean this and varnish it, but this little section right here, my husband said it looks like a seahorse, that there would be his head, but it's just so pretty. But I really love that one, and I love the way it dried. And then on the airbrush video, which was number 6, I made this for someone special that's been helping my mother-in-law and myself. And this is varnished, spray varnished, and this is ready to go. I already did the hanger and signed it, so it is ready to go. So, let's get painting. So I bought a bunch of Behr house paint. I have like 40 jars. So I wanted to use some, and these are all the Behr house paints that I'm using. And let's see if I can grab them and give you some color names. Soul Search would be this one. Ooh. Blue Slushy is this one. Rain Boots. Now I'm confused. It should be darker. So this must be the Soul Search, and this is the Rain Boots. And then we have Casual Day, which is this one. And this is Blackberry. But of course, it's got a little purple tinge to it. And when I add the medium and the Floetrol, it does lighten it up a little bit, but it will dry much darker. So I'm going to use those 5 colors, plus I'm going to use yellow, lime green, and gold metallic. And of course I have my white, and there is a little bit of pearl in the white, so I'm just using up a bunch of white that I had left over. This is a 16 by 20, and we're going to do 6 flip cups. So I'm going to be pouring, and a lot of you probably would be like, well, I'll fast forward through that, but that's fine. Go ahead. Let's move these a little here. It is Friday. I love Friday. I have a lot going on next week. We did get my mother-in-law moved, and now comes cleaning the house, and painters are coming, and it's a lot for the next 2 weeks. And of course my bathroom remodel is starting on Tuesday, but I don't need to be here. My sons are here, so we'll let them deal with it. So I'm going to go with this next. My consistency is a little tiny thicker than heavy whipping cream. Actually, I think I'll go with this next. So I want to kind of fill these cups because it's a pretty big canvas, and these are only 5-ounce cups. I think I'll go with lime green after that. I've been using the lime green in a few paintings, and it does show up quite a bit now. Sometimes not where you want it, but it is a nice accent color with the blues and the purples. You just got to keep them away from each other. So I'm going to follow that with yellow. So of course the yellows and the blues are going to make more green, but it will be a different shade of green, which should be pretty. And we're going to go right ahead and put the gold on top of that. I was going to do 5 cups and just do one with y'all, but some people like to watch the paint pour. I love the gold in a painting, especially when it starts lacing. Okay, we're going to follow that with this dark blue. I'm trying to cut right through the gold. Ooh, that works. Okay, and we'll go with this blue slushy. I just love this color. I had to use it. Just this color in lime green and white and yellow would make a beautiful painting. Just gonna just a dot of white. There's a lot of white in here, but I think what happened was the house paints are a little dense, so they probably went to the bottom and pushed the white up a little bit, because the white is not a house paint. I hope everyone got to see my November pouring challenge video. It just went so quick. It was less than a 5-minute video. Everything fell right where I wanted it to, which is surprising. That doesn't happen too often. Okay. Don't tip over now. Okay, let me just make sure that you're in frame. Oh, come a little bit farther out. That's good. Okay, let's flip. I like the splatter. That looks like it turned purple. There's no red in there. It must be the blackberry. I do use the WD-40 in the bottom of my cups, just one tiny little squirt, just so the paint comes off the bottom of the cups. I don't like to waste too much paint inside the cup, because after they're dry I throw them in the trash, so I don't like to have wet paint in my trash can. This is really pretty here, but I'm going to go ahead and start flipping them. I'm going to use what little bit is left on my corners here. But see, it does clean your cup out pretty good. And it doesn't produce a ton of cells. I have treadmill silicone in my paint, so, and I will show you that bottle. I wanted something bright today. The sun is shining. It's beautiful. My dryer's been broken since Saturday, so I did hang some sheets out today. Oop. Okay, let me throw those away. You can see the lime green. Okay. And this is the silicone that I use. Spot On treadmill silicone. You can get this on Amazon. It's not real expensive. It's less than 10 bucks. And that bottle, this is actually my third bottle, and I've been painting since, I believe it was the end of May. And I've done tons of paintings. I just have boxes full here that I got ready for the holidays. And I'm a heavy on the silicone. I do 5 to 10 drops in my paints for 5 ounces. Okay. So I like that corner there. I think it's pretty interesting. So I'm going to go this way first. I'm just going to move it around a little bit. That white is a little thin, so this paint's going to act funny probably. So I'll go here to here. There. And I'm going to lose that cute little corner, but that's okay. Bring it back. So this is when I set it down and I look at it for about 2 minutes, but since I'm videoing, I can't do that. But this is kind of neat here. This is where I have to decide if I want to pour some more off. That cell is my sore thumb today. I don't think I can get rid of that. Okay. I want to go that way a little bit more. And this is when I rock it just a little bit so I don't get too many, I want to keep all the paint in one area to go off so I don't get too many zigzags. Come on, buddy. Go. Get. Okay. So now I'm going to rack it back to try to bring those cells back. Oh, I don't like that purple in there at all. But this is definitely going to change a lot. They always do for me anyway. And it's probably because my paints are on the thinner side today. And I'm just experimenting with this house paint to see if this is something that I would want to keep using. And I do use Floetrol, so some of these cells can be from the Floetrol too. Let me torch it, see what we get. We probably won't get anything else, but we'll see. I'll pop some air bubbles. Now we're getting a few more cells. Not where I want them though. But I did get some here. But it's good to torch after you paint because it does bring up the air bubbles, and that way you don't get those little tiny speck divots in your paintings. You'll notice it when you go to varnish and you'll be like, where did that come from? And it's usually pitting with the white. The white's trying to come up a little bit, and that's what I get a pit. So these would be like pits. But since I popped them, they should stay just like that. Look at it from your view. I kind of like it. This here is but like I said, the paint is going to dry a different color. It's going to dry the colors that are on top of the jars. And just this one, the rain boots, Let me see if I can get it up to the camera. The rain boots is a really dark blue, and that would be this here. So it will be interesting to see what color this will dry. But I'm gonna leave it because this was just an experiment with the house paints, and I'm probably gonna do another video on a smaller canvas and leave out the gold and the yellow, and maybe just a touch of lime green, because the lime green with that blue slushy just looks so good. But I don't have a ton of paint left, so I'm just going to do a small one. But I will be back. If you like this video, please click like. You can leave a comment and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell, and you'll know when I put another video up. And you can join me on Facebook at Christina Welch Art. And I think I do post some on Instagram. I'm not a big time Instagram person, but I do occasionally post pictures of the paintings when they're wet. But I think I'm going to start posting the pictures when they're dry, because if you're watching the video, it's fun to see how it dried and not to see it as you saw it on the video. But thanks for joining me, and I will see you on the next one.